Hello, I'm Michael Pierson from Pierson's Funeral Service. I want to talk to you about where to begin if you've just experienced the loss of a loved one in your life. And there's some important things to know about. First of all, uh, where did the death occur? And sometimes the most important thing is just to deal with the fact that somebody has passed away. And if it's an expected death, somebody has been sick for a long period of time, they've been under doctor's care, and you've been looking after them at home, it might be important to contact your funeral director, and we can come right to the home or to the hospice or the care facility and then transfer the deceased into our care, and we'll look after them from that point in time. And so we are available 24 hours a day, 365 days a year to look after that for you. There's no need to call 911 or get the police or other emergency involved with that. Sometimes the death is not expected, and there are many situations where that happens. A heart attack would be a good example of that. There could be a motor vehicle accident or a number of other ways that can happen. And anytime there's an unexpected death, a medical examiner and emergency services will be involved initially, and then look after the care of the deceased. And so typically what would happen is they would be the ones that would then transfer the deceased into their care to the medical examiner's office. And once they've done their investigation and looked after everything that they need to on their end, we would be in contact with them, and we would then go to their office and bring the deceased into our own care. So once we've looked after kind of that important component of what's happening, in the meantime, we'll need to sort out exactly what to do from here going forward. And with that, usually it means a meeting with the funeral director. And oftentimes those meetings are face-to-face, kind of in a setting like I'm at right now, where we can sit down face-to-face and go through our options and make some decisions and help you come up with a plan. And we refer to that as our arrangement conference, or just making funeral arrangements. So setting a time to do that, you could always drop by, but oftentimes if we're busy with funerals or other things going on, there may not be the right person to help you right at that moment. So we would encourage you to just have a phone call with us and set a time up. The other thing that's important is to know what to prepare for and what to bring to that appointment. When somebody passes away, we have a lot of paperwork that needs to be completed, and we need to gather a lot of information. And one of the forms that we have here is just basic information that we need to gather, where we have a list of the vital statistic information that we need for the individual. We'll need their full name, their date of birth, where they were born, a social insurance number, a healthcare number, a driver's license number. We'll need to know their parents' names and where they were born. We'll need to know a spouse's full name, including a spouse's full maiden name. So that's information that we will need to have you collect and provide us, and that for legal reasons. The government requires us to gather that for you. And then it helps us as we proceed from there. It might be important to gather up clothing that you want the deceased to wear. And so that's another item that can be done. And if you talk to one of our funeral directors in advance and have a conversation with them, they may be able to give you some idea of perhaps some of the other things that you may want to bring with you on that initial visit. And then from that point in time, we're here to walk you through the entire process from beginning to end. And we're here not to actually manipulate anything that you don't want, but we're absolutely here to give you some guidance, answer your questions, and allow you to make the decisions that are best for you and your family. Thanks.